I believe there are many keys to creativity. Things that will help you unlock your creative potential. Things that will help you bring them from just ideas into the real world, just the way you imagined it. Now the first is the one we all know, and it's the most boring one. The first is practice. That's the first key. Doing something over and over again to learn how to bring it into the real world, to learn what the rules are and then how you can bend and break them. Practice is unbelievably important. But there's another one. There's a second key that is just as important and potentially way more fun. Today, we're going to have a go at experimentation, using one of my favourite creative thinking tasks, and that is to fill a page with as many things as possible. The way this task is going to work is I'm going to have a whole page of spots in front of me, and I'm going to try to draw something on every single one of those spots. And we're going to follow a theme. We can pick anything. It could be animals, it could be expressions, it could be teapots, it could be whatever we want it to be, as long as we just try and draw that thing over and over again, but slightly different every time. We're never going to draw the same expression or the same teapot. Now after about 4 or 5, we're probably going to run out of ideas. But the challenge remains, we don't stop. Maybe we'll just tweak the 6th one in a slightly different way, or maybe we'll put the spout on the other side of the teapot. Maybe number 5 and 6 are very similar, but as long as they're different, we're still doing okay. But by the time you get to the 8th or 9th, something magical is going to start happening, and your mind will start to fill with all these incredible new ideas. And then you'll get to the end and you'll be like, but I've got 20 more ideas. That's the fantastic thing. If you want to, you can grab another page and fill that page with your other 20 ideas. Before I get too carried away, we should get started. Please join me in this creative drawing exercise. I have in front of me a page of spots. I've got them on an iPad, but you can download them and either put them on an iPad or in Photoshop, or you can print them off and draw in real life. You could even get some paint on your thumbs and start painting a cave wall. You don't need any special tools because the creativity is in you, not in the tools that you use. My tool of preference happens to be an iPad, so that's what I'm going to use today. Please draw along with me. I think our challenge today should be expressions. I reckon that's going to be tough because I can only think of like 4 or 5 off the top of my head. We've got happy, sad, angry, hungry, grumpy. I'm going to try and draw a different expression on every single one of these spots and vary the people as well. I don't want to just draw the same person over again. We're going to have a different person on every one of these spots, and they're going to be experiencing something different. I'm not going to bother with the red pencil. I think I'm just going to jump in straight with the ink, but we'll see how we go. Maybe I'll change my mind, and that's okay too. This is all about coming up with ideas. I've got my spots here, and in the layers panel I have a blank layer, which is great. Now let's start in the middle on this spot. Let's get the easy ones out the way. If they're in your head, you've got to get them out the way, even if you know it's a rubbish idea. We'll just start with happy. I'm going to bring the size up of this a little bit. Little nose, smiley mouth, and some kind of hair that looks a bit like me. This can be me. This can be Jethro, character 1. We're done. Great. Now let's move on over here. What was the second one I said? Sad. Okay. Maybe they're just a little bit sad. Their hair is... maybe their hair is kind of flat to follow that. Nothing wrong with flat hair, but if I can bring the expression into every part of them... that's not really sad, that's just kind of mild disappointment. Well, that's okay, that's another expression. Let's go over here and try and... this person, maybe they've got their eyes all screwed up because they're crying. And I'm going to try and draw an upside down smile. Normally my smiles would be the top of the mouth and then a nice curve for the bottom, but upside down smile for sad, we're going to draw the bottom of the mouth and a nice curve for their wail of their absolute outcry. Let's draw some short spiky hair. This person is truly crying, and I'm gonna grab a crayon, and maybe we need some little blue tears to really sell the yeah, nice. And let's grab that pen back again. I don't need the colours. Okay, what was another one I said? Angry. Angry, like, how angry? Like, kind of, or like pure rage. Let's go for pure rage. Again, screwed up eyes. And a really strong mouth. Maybe I'll even make their ears square. I think rage, you can really sell it. If we were to add a body in, we can get a stamping foot and like hands in there, and really get like the hair kind of flying. That is like unimaginable crossness. Okay, I know I said we wouldn't draw bodies, but I wanted that to really sell it. Okay, we got happy, bemused, sad, and rage, anger, hungry, someone kind of, this might be a challenge. Are they kind of wasting away, or are they... maybe they can see something delicious in front of them. Just give them a little nose, and they're kind of... they've got their tongue out. Yum. And maybe they've got their nose pressed up against something, so their nose is like flat against the wall. And their hair is flat too against the glass. Maybe they're at a shop and they've pressed it, they're ready, and they've got a ponytail. Okay, what if someone on the opposite end of the spectrum has eaten so much that they feel quite unwell? I'm going to bring the eyes lower on the face to kind of... normally I'd put the eyes there and there, right in the middle. Let's bring them lower, and because for some reason I feel like that just gives them like a, you know, when you feel tired, everything's just feels lower, and we'll still stick the nose in the middle, but it'll be a slightly sad looking nose, a little round one, with a wobbly mouth. Don't feel so good. And their hair can be maybe thin, kind of reflecting that, they're not feeling amazing. If they did have a body, I will remove this later so that I can... they might be holding their stomach. Not feeling so good. What about... so, what have we got? So this person is like pressed up against maybe a cheese shop window, salivating at all the delicious things in front of them. This person is eating so much that they don't feel so good. What if someone else is outside feeling awe? They're looking at an incredible view. They are just blown away. You'd have wide eyes. Oh, I've undone something. Everything looks the same. It's fine. They've got wide eyes in amazement. They're looking up a little bit. Nose is up. Wow. They could either be smiling or we'll just do a round mouth for wow. And give them this nice curly hair, a bit like that. Whoa. Okay, I'm starting to run out of ideas, which is a shame because I've only done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we have a lot of spots to go, but that's okay. Okay, what if you're outside and you're amazed and you've taken it in and then you are just content? You're perfectly happy where you are. Just enjoying, like, you're with everyone you need to be, enjoying a beautiful sunset. Let's just draw this girl with content on her face. Just happy. That's not quite happy enough. Tweak that smile up a little bit. Excellent. What about someone who is proud? They've just accomplished something incredible. Maybe they've even got a gold medal around their neck. I reckon someone proud would have their eyes closed and they'd be looking up. Eyes closed, nose, big smile. And mouth? No. Big smile and hairs up in a bun. With a gold medal around their neck. And they are a sailing champion, so the medal has a little bow. There we go, perfect. They are truly proud. I'm going to redraw this eye. Okay, what about someone who's sleepy? Because they would have their eyes closed, but I feel like a good way to do it would be to twist the eyes up, closed, and then twist it, big yawny mouth. And we'll have some hair that kind of comes out like this. I mean, you could put in a hand with a thumb, disappear. Yeah, that's good. I like that. What happens though if we twist the eyes the other way? What does that look like? What emotion does that give? We'll twist them down. Maybe it's almost like screwed up again, kind of like frustration. It's like I'm not sure what we'd call this, but let's give them a flick of hair that way. What would this person... Why? It's like mild. I can't give it a word other than that facial expression. I'm not really sure what's going on with their hair either, but I don't mind it. I definitely had another idea there and it's just gone away. But I feel like we're starting to get to the point where maybe we're unlocking more and more things. We can mix and match some of these things. What if we take the upside down mouth, which we've not done yet? We could mix that with the normal eyes of this character and maybe double ponytail. Let's try that. Let's see what that looks like on this spot here. I'm not going to totally delete this person, but I'm going to cut and paste their body and just hide it. Go back to our heads. So what did I say? I said normal eyes, little nose, but the upside down mouth, and then double ponytail. Double plaits. this person kind of looks like they're in shock. That's fun. Surprised. Oh, what about if it's your birthday and someone surprised you on your birthday? That would be incredible fun. What would that look like? Oh my word, you'd be overjoyed. Absolutely filled with joy. Wide eyes. Everything's kind of looking up. You're like, yes! Oh my word! And I'm gonna kind of, normally with these smiles, with the mouth shapes, like a standard smile is just a straight mouth and then the curve that comes like that. The angry mouth, you keep the bottom lip straight and then the curve kind of comes like that. Or, everything's O-shaped. What I'm trying to do for this character here is, rather than keep the top lip straight, I've kind of put a bit of a curve to it, so it's almost like a ooh, but we still have that smile coming through. This is why this person's filled with awe. They're like, oh my word, incredible. And if we had their body, we would absolutely give them arms with fists out, celebrating. Let's take a moment to relax and draw the hair, like so, very short. Okay. Oh, she doesn't have the other side of her hair. There we go. What if you are... I was thinking of an astronaut. What would they be feeling? They'd be feeling very peaceful, floating through space. What if someone is just actually asleep? Because we did tired, but we didn't do actually asleep. And then I think we should do... we did surprise. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. I'm thinking if you're asleep and you got... What if you had your... Let's do two. Let's do asleep, asleep. And the hair's kind of coming down like so. Oh, they're a bit messy. I mean, you could put in a little teddy bear. That looks like... That actually does look like my teddy bear. Could put in a little bear like that. He does need some ears. And then maybe if someone's just like completely knocked out, the tongue out, we'll redo the strokes. There we go. We'll kind of do them like so. Yeah, we'll put the tongue there. An ear. And what hairstyles haven't we drawn yet? Plenty of them. Let's do some short curls. Okay, what would fear look like? Have we drawn fear? We've got feeling unwell from eating too much. Let's draw fear. I like to think this person is actually backing away, so let's have their hair actually almost having been thrown back as well. I mean, you could even add in some hands that are like throwing back. Like so. I mean, maybe the eyes should be even bigger. You know what we've not done yet? Is anyone wearing glasses? Yeah, that's what this person is doing. Okay, let's draw someone with glasses. Someone thinking. Touching their nose. And you know what we've not done yet? Their arm would have originated from here. I knew it. The thumb would be on the outside. Yeah. Furrowed brows. Would they have their eyes closed? I think they would, if they're thinking, could have had the chin. Maybe that would have been better. We've not tried anyone with hats yet. We're nearly there. I feel like we're 2/3 of the way there, which is great. Still more combining, because characters with hats, haven't done any of them yet. What else could we have? I've got some lovely shells next to me. It made me think of going to the beach and that fun feeling of jumping over the waves. Oh, learning to surf, that was a cool feeling. What would that have felt like? That would have been excitement and rush and a little bit of adrenaline. How could we draw someone who's just felt like they've learned something new? Like that kind of, yes, I did it, yes. Right, let's give them the crossed eyes and the mouth like that. And maybe they can have goggles. Maybe they've... And again, they've tied their hair back. We will add someone with a hat in just a mo. But what's the expression? They've just found the perfect hat, and they're kind of like surprised and joyful. They feel cool and confident. Yeah, this does fit. Yeah, it's kind of like and they almost be looking up at the hat, like, yeah, a little smile. What kind of hat is it? Well, it's gonna be, don't want it to be a top hat. Oh, okay, well, let's finish drawing this person. This is going to be a little beanie. So I'm just putting in some dotted lines for the knitted weave and a bobble on top too. Maybe they could have a scarf. What if, though, someone is freezing cold, shivering, they would need perhaps they've pulled the hood all the way around them. There. There's the fur of the hood coming around, and the other side. Like so. I've pulled the little fun hood things, the hood pulls. They've pulled those tight. And they're shivering because they're so cold. If you were going to draw the rest of the body, you would obviously have them hugging themselves. We're not going to do that. Someone on the opposite end of the scale? Oh, what is it, baking hot? Sweating. I find that heat makes me feel just tired and lethargic. Like, I can't be bothered to move. Let's draw someone who's just absolutely tired from heat. They're almost melting. There we go. And what kind of hair should we give them? A little tuft of hair? I wanted to give them a... Maybe they would have a hat, a summer hat. Like a straw boater. Like so. We've got some hair poking out. I mean, we could even go as far as getting that blue again and just making some small sweat drips. Ugh, gross. I think that's good. Grab the pen again. Okay, if you are on a if you do have a straw boater though, and you're enjoying a wonderful, relaxing day, what might you be feeling? Where might you be? Maybe you're on a boat. Maybe you're feeling a rush of adventure and you're leaning over the edge of the boat as you speed towards new land. That would be awe and excitement, the thrill of adventure, looking out, trying to find new land. Maybe you've got one eye closed. Let's close this eye as you're trying to see with a telescope, maybe. And everything is like angled. Everything is angled forwards. Like even the mouth is angled that way as you're leaning forwards. The hair. Everything's excited with you. Okay, we just have a few more to go. We're nearly there. What if we have from sadness to despair, absolute what would that look like? Because that's pretty sad. How much more sad can we make that person look? I'm not a fan of that lip. If I just bring everything down, does that make them look even more upset? It's not bad. Okay, we'll get the blue. We'll get the cheesy blue out again. And just have tears running down their face while trying to avoid looking too much like an emoji. 4 left. What have we got? I feel like we've got more room in hats. I can think of loads of hats, but I want emotions to go with them. We've got asleep. We've got absolutely passed out. Hunger. Cold. Hot. Fearful. Thinking. Kind of looks like he's picking his nose there. We didn't give him any glasses frames. Let's do that there. Love it. Deep in thought, on the verge of discovery. What else can we do? What if we mix and match again? That might be fun. So this person who is surprised, oh, something incredible has happened. We could mix that with another hat and give them some long hair as well. Oops. Let's see what that looks like. Big shock and awe. This person is going to have a coffee break. Let's give them a baseball hat. And a ponytail. Perhaps their team has just done something incredibly surprising. A couple of loose strands. Their ear is just there. And their team is represented by a boat. 3 more to go. I'm starting to run out of ideas, but that's okay. We're going to keep on mixing and matching because that seems to be a fantastic way to generate some ideas as well. I love this person who is fearful. What if we do another fearful person who's backing away from something? We'll give them a new kind of hat. And we'll give them short curly hair as well. Okay, and they're going to face the other direction. So once again, wide eyes. Oh, what if they got their eyes closed though? What does that look like? Would they be doing that? We'll have their hands out again, because I like that. A new kind of hat though. I don't want to go for top hat because that is just obvious. I did say you need to get the obvious ideas out the way so that it helps get it out of your brain, which gives you stuff for room for new ideas. What if for some reason they have plants? What if for some reason they have an extraordinary hat that kind of looks like... I've got some plants on my desk and I'm just looking at them and thinking maybe that could be her hat, but maybe it's actually more of like a ceremonial like headdress type thing. So there's the plant, and her hair is actually short and curly. What if someone's got a mask on? That's a fun idea. Okay, let's draw someone with... Do we like this kind of mask? I certainly don't. They're holding it in front of their face. It's one of these, like, happy sad masks. But their hair is still poking out in the front. We don't quite know what they're thinking or feeling. How mysterious. 1 left. We're so close, we're nearly there. I love this headdress type thing. This spot is right near the top of the page, but maybe we can do something else. Maybe they are dancing. Maybe they're having a fantastic time. Lost in the joy of a dance. And again, they have some ceremonial. Their hair is tied back. So there are a couple of loose strands, but then there is something holding their hair, in their hair. Perhaps feathers of a peacock or something. Oh my word, we've actually done it. We've filled a page with different emotions. Not every single emotion. I'm sure you were able to think of a ton that I've not drawn here. Some of these are not exactly unique, but every single drawing is unique, whether it's the same emotion but a different character experiencing something different. And this has given me a ton of ideas for different characters I can draw in the future. Different hairstyles, different ways of mixing and matching, and sneakily, I've practiced as well. I love this technique. I think it's a fantastic challenge and it's a fantastic way of practicing. If you'd like to have a go yourself, I think a really easy way to start is by setting a broad category like animals. And as you're drawing animals, you might start with a cat and a dog, and your mind might go to domestic animals. And then at some point, you'll draw all the domestic animals you can possibly think of. And something in your mind will click and you'll be like, I love sharks. I'll draw a shark. They're an animal. And then all of a sudden you'll go through all the sea animals. And if you run out of those, you might be reminded of zoo animals and then farm animals. And before you know it, you'll have filled 40 spots with different animals. If you want to really challenge yourself, make that category narrower. You could make it just fish, in which case you'll start with sharks and whales and dolphins, and then you'll maybe sneak a jellyfish in there. And then maybe you'll start to run out of specific fish, and maybe you'll start coming up with fantasy fish. Things that, okay, what if I just make the tail really long? What if I give it stripes? What if I give it spots? What if I mix and match them? Or add some triangles? And before you know it, you'll have a whole page of fish that you didn't know you could draw. And if you want to make it really specific, you could try just knights. And then before you know it, you'll be drawing characters with different armors that you've never even imagined. Thank you so much for drawing with me today. I'd love to see what you've made. You can send pictures to me on Instagram by looking for @JethroWilson, or email them to me, hello@JethroWilson.com. Remember, the creativity is in you. My name is Jethro, and I believe that you can draw.